What if I told you there's a way to waterproof your dam? A method so strong you can plant trees right on top of it. And it's often less expensive than traditional methods. And that's by using sheets of this plastic right here. So what is it, how does it work, and why should you even care? Now, if the back of your dam looks something like this and sounds like this, it often means your pond is leaking, and this core liner can fix that. When your dam is leaking, it often looks like this or it looks like this. If you still think your dam doesn't have a problem, just dig down to the water line and this is what it looks like. So the biggest thing that's happening whenever a dam is built incorrectly is the water is seeping underneath the dam or through the dam in some instances in some way. What's typically done in a pond is you're building a clay wall, and that's what prevents water from coming through. What the industry usually does is they just replace whatever dirt in the dam is bad with good clay that's either imported or taken from somewhere else on the property. Well, the issue with that is it adds all these costs and all these other variables to a project. It's expensive, it takes an extremely long time, and it's also super invasive to the surrounding area. So what we decided was, well, what we'll do is put plastic in there instead of clay. It's a very thick plastic bag type material, but it's so thick you almost can't even bend it. Our standard core liner is 40 mils thick. This construction trash bag is 3. The liner is held by the trench box. Now, the trench box is basically a gigantic metal box that we put in the trench that we dig in your dam. The trench box is massive. It's about 20 feet tall and about 4 feet wide. You see, Big Bertha here. She weighs 20,000 pounds. That's about 4 to 5 cars. Now what this box does is it holds the walls of your trench up because this is a super unstable dam, super unstable soil, lots of water in that soil. So everything's trying to collapse on this liner. So that box holds the walls up, keeps the liner perfectly up and down in your dam, dispensing it in the dam like a paper towel unroller. The first benefit of the liner is the cost, especially whenever you start comparing it to clay. Whenever you have to repair a dam, let's say with clay, you've got to first of all find the dirt. If that's on site, you got to somehow transport it, or it could be off site and you have to bring it in. As opposed to the liner, everything is right there on a roll. We just trench and go in and out. Another benefit to the core liner is it is completely waterproof and it's root resistant. So roots can't even come through it, water can't go through it. Obviously it's a full, completely solid sheet of plastic, opposed to clay where you're always gonna have a little bit of water seeping through and roots can really destroy it. The last benefit here is the minimal impact we have on the land. Like I said earlier, if we're bringing in clay or we're having to source it from somewhere else on the property, we're disturbing so much more land, starting to have areas that have to be regrown and retouched up and let the wildlife come back to these areas. As opposed to the plastic liner, this is a process that's super quick and easy, has very minimal impact. Everything is localized right to the dam, and we don't have to drop the water level in the pond other than a couple feet in some instances, which means that we're not going to be disturbing the life that's in the pond in their day-to-day lives.
And whenever you're ready.
All right. We're so excited to finally be able to bring this video out here into the public. This process has been something that's been in the research and development process for, gosh, 2.5 years now. And we're finally able to say we have a success metric that's stupidly high. And this is something that we're ready to start bringing into everybody's homes and fixing ponds cheaper, better, and faster for all the years to come.
It kind of hurt.